Hey guys, welcome back to Retropiece Theatre, streaming now on the Geek News Now network, GNN_gaming on Twitch. It is a pleasure to see you all again, and we are going through Xenogears on the PlayStation 1. And this is going to be a fun time. I'm really looking forward to this. We are about 6 hours into the game, and there's only about 500 more to go, apparently, depending on who you talk to and who you ask. So here we are. If you come into the chat, whichever social media site you happen to be on, please say hi. I will see you. We are streaming this out into the multiverse, whether you are watching from Twitch or YouTube over on Retropiece Theatre or Facebook or wherever you happen to see this. And for those of you who may not be familiar with Geek News Now, geeknewsnow.net is your premier Geek News Now source whenever you need geek news now. And I'm a little biased because I am also one of the article writers over at geeknewsnow.net. So if you get time, go on over. You can actually pop my name, Devin Stewart, right into the profile, right into the search engine of the website. I'm looking at this and talking to you at the same time. And you'll be able to see some of my articles and stuff that I've done. Buddy of mine, Matt Brown, coming in off Facebook, says he doesn't have stable enough mobile data right now to actually watch, but says to have fun. Well, thank you, Matt, for coming in, at least saying hi. I appreciate it. Well, let's see. What's happened in the last 6 hours of gameplay? We annihilated a village. Apparently, we have some kind of retrograde amnesia. And in the course of trying to figure out stuff, we got this cool Xenogear, this big machine thingy. And, then somehow we got captured by some desert pirates. That happened. And now we're here. So I'm not... Bart Slayer. This is the... Bart is the pirate. Josh Malkak in the chat says, yes! Make it rain! I'd love to. Thank you for joining me in the chat there, Josh. I appreciate it. Let's see. No idea where I'm going, what I'm supposed to do. It's putting me out into the desert. So, don't know what that means. I don't remember. It's been a whole week since I've played this. Ooh. Looks like we are having trouble with the stream here for a moment. Give me just a moment here. Please hold. Okay. Let's see here. Sometimes it takes a moment. There it is. All right, we are back in business. Sorry about that, folks. That's our one hiccup. That's our one hiccup for the evening. That's all we're allowed. Alright, so I'm going to try to figure out what I'm supposed to do. Because I don't have a clue. Apparently go in here. This place is incredible. They probably do not even have equipment like this in the capital. Surprise? All this technology is thanks to Sig. I think I was saying last week, I imagine him having this really girly voice. Hey, Faye! Don't stand on the screen. We won't be able to see. Alright, man. Display my special file on the main screen. Dude, we don't want to see your special file. Dude. We don't need to see your internet search history. What is this? A picture scroll, nearly 500 years old. This is King Fatima. Body cloaked in flames, making a blood oath with giants. Because this is all making sense. They say he used the strength of the giants to found Ave. It is amazing that such an ancient scroll exists, and in such good state, too. I thought the ethos controlled all such things as these. Normally, yes. But this was one of my father's prized possessions. Next! All this technology, and they're still using a projector screen. After founding the country, Fatima forced the giants into slumber to protect his kingdom's people if needed in the future, but we don't know where they are hidden. In another record, one of the giants is called the Great Fatima Treasure. What about the Jasper? Hey, you sure know a lot. Yeah, you know way more than the rest of us do. There's all this exposition we're getting from Satan, Kitten, whatever his name is, that we just... There's no explanation. It's like, here, this is happening, there's this prophecy, this is going on, what about this? And everybody else is like, yeah, Perhaps you're one of Shakun's spies. Of course not. It is only an intellectual interest. Right, because we've already caught him lying before. Just kidding. It appears the Jasper is the key to finding our treasure. A key? Could that be what Shakan is looking for? Not just him. Gebler is also looking for it. Really? Then we must rescue Marguerite as soon as possible. You're telling me. Since we helped you, I was wondering if I could, in turn, ask you a favor. Would that be for us to help you rescue her? Who is Marguerite? Why is this a person now? Bright boy, that's exactly it. I heard from Sigurd. It seems that both Ave and Kislev are after you. So we can help you, and you can help us. How about it? It's not much to ask. Well, if it pays for my room and board, then I will help in any way I can. What do you think, Faye? You've not said anything for a while. Well, I can't get a word in edgewise. Yeah, you were great back there in that stalactite cavern. Your strength alone is greater than 10 or 20 of Shakan's guards. Oh boy! Hi, little buddy. I'd love to have your power on my side. Hey, gosh. Why does everyone want to make me fight? What's wrong with you all of a sudden? Suddenly they just became Disney characters. I'm not quite sure how that morphed. I just don't feel like it. Love to have my power. I don't have any. All right, we're changing that up a bit because I can't maintain that. So this is Faye from now on. What's wrong with you, Doc? Everyone, you're driving me to the brink. Then there's that gear, Graf, and my father. I don't have the time to help you out with your problems when I've got enough of my own. I don't even know what's happening with the story anymore. Dramatic exit.
What's with him? Is he always that short-tempered?
No, that is not it. I'm sorry. Things have happened so fast that he has not had time to deal with it at all yet. Try to understand. Little kids are going to help service gears. Okay. You know, child labor. It's fine, whatever. Let's see what she has for sale. I don't have a lot in the way of money. I don't really have enough money for anything. I guess I should go down to the gear? Is that where I need to go? I don't know. Where does this guy come from? Now he's trying to be all buddy-buddy. You want to talk about your problems? Nah, man, I'm cool. I'm good. I don't want to talk about my problems, man. It's alright. It's alright. There's so much dialogue in this game. For those of you who may have missed the first 6 hours of gameplay, almost right off the bat, in the first like half hour of the game, you end up getting into a fight with your gear, and you annihilate the village, including the your main character's love interest. So yeah, that kind of got dramatic right from the start. The cutscenes here are actually surprisingly dynamic. And what I mean by that is, you know, it's not... The scene doesn't end. You know, it starts, and then you immediately are able to move and pick up from the scene that you're in. And that's actually a lot of programming to make that happen. There's a reason a lot of times you see in games cutscenes and dialogue scenes completely cut away from the gameplay. And that's one, to make it more cinematic, but two, also to program that completely separately and independently. And then a lot of times it'll go dark and then go right back to the scene, and that's to keep it separate from the gaming programming. So when you see this, where it's all happening within itself, and then immediately, without cutting screens or anything, goes back into the gameplay, that's actually really impressive programming. Which I would expect no less from a Square game. Not sure I wanted to go that way. It wasn't quite finished exploring. I apologize for yawning. It's been a very long day. Attack, defense, either invocation, exceptionally balanced machine. We don't seem to be able to dismantle some parts to see what they do. I guess you could call them black boxes. There are quite a number of them on this machine. Do you have any idea what they actually do? No. You come up and talk to me, and then you say, we want to have a word with you. Here I am, like... Don't jump! Who is this Margie woman? Why am I just now learning about it, or did I miss it in the last gameplay's dialogue? Not what I wanted to do. I don't think I'm forgetting anything, but we'll see. Maybe. Are we being shot at? So it looks like the base is being infiltrated and they're trying to find our gears. I think that's what's going on. Alright, well now we get to go into combat against some gears, I guess. It's about time. Faye's kind of a jerk. Man, they keep trying to... They're really building up whoever the doc is. I think that's going to be the big reveal. Former soldier. Alright then. That starts to put pieces together. Trying to remember the combat suggestions that were given to me last week. Got some good help from a longtime fan of the game. Kylor11 was the username in the chat. Hopefully he pops on tonight.
That's it?
Got a few people coming in the chat right now. If you're in here, feel free to say hello. That stuff. Battle enhancement drugs. How do battle enhancement drugs affect the gear? I get affecting the pilot, but... Oh no, not the kids. Come on. Alright. Yep. Faye has entered the fight. And of course, like the good protagonist that he is, he's trying to reason with the bad guy. I have a feeling this is either going to be very easy to get through, or there's going to be a whole nother wave of this that's way harder. Henry in the chat saying hi. Hey, Henry, how are ya? Long time no talk, buddy. Coming in off Facebook. Welcome, welcome, welcome. George coming in on the chat from YouTube. Hey, George. Again, welcome to the stream. Henry says, what up, dude? Sup, man? Been a long time since we talked. Hope you're well. Hope you're well. Just trying to play a game I've never played before and make sense of a very complicated and convoluted storyline that I'm completely lost in, because the last time I played this, I just clicked through all the dialogue in the interest of it being a interesting playthrough, but we're figuring it out. Love the setup. Keep up the great work. Thanks, Henry. I appreciate the compliment, buddy. Got a few more people coming in the chat. Feel free to jump on, say hello. Regardless of what channel you're coming in on, I can see you. And are you playing on an MU? I am. Because finding an actual copy of this on PlayStation was near impossible, if not crazy expensive. So I'm running this on an overclocked GPU at the moment. The Lars coming in on YouTube. Yeah, if you click through the story, you'll unfortunately be completely lost. Now, in all fairness, I have gone back and read through the dialogue and the stuff up to the point that I'm at right now. So I'm not 100% lost personally, but if you were watching my stream last week and you were counting on me reading all of the dialogue, my voice will run out before that happens. Henry says, I would have let you borrow mine. Well, you know, now I know that. I should hold on to my copy then. I was actually wanting to do Xenosaga on the PS2, but it's the same thing. Finding all 3 Xenosaga games, I'm looking at almost $1,000 to get copies on all 3 of the Xenosaga games on PS2. And PS2 emulation is sketchy at best, depending on the game. I have a lot of retro games, and I do have a Elgato capture card that I got. So I'm running, you know, like last Saturday, I was streaming through my Switch, and I've got, I mean, I have tons of retro games. Henry has all 3 Xenosaga. Henry, my friend, we may have to talk and work out some kind of arrangement. Some kind of collateral for me borrowing those. Because I have the hookup, I can actually connect and do a live capture from any of my consoles, retro or modern. It's just a matter of some games are harder to find than others. But for those of you who may not be familiar, or if this is your first time, welcome, welcome, welcome. We are streaming on the Geek News Now Twitch channel, GNN_gaming, and I am multicasting out into the multiverse on YouTube, on my personal channel, Retropiece Theatre, and on Facebook at Retropiece Theatre, as well as my personal page under Devin J. Stewart. If you aren't familiar with Retropiece Theatre, it is exactly what it sounds like. I play retro games, and it's fun because, you know, I get to relive all the nostalgia of gaming and all the nostalgia that I felt from these games, you know, growing up, and a lot of games that I never got to play growing up for one reason or another that now they're available to me and I can come back and do that. So I get to share them with you, and if you're new to my stream, every Tuesday night from now to the foreseeable future, I will be playing this from 9 to midnight Eastern Standard Time. On Tuesdays and Thursdays from 7 to 10 p.m. I do a Pokemon Legacy stream. Just finished doing a run through Pokemon Blue, now working through Pokemon Gold, and the goal is to go through one game from each Pokemon generation, all the way up to the release of Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl coming out later this year on the Switch, and then I'm going to play those. And probably play those until we get to the Pokemon Legends Arceus game coming out early 2022. So I got Pokemon games scheduled for a while, which is exciting. Big Pokemon fan. I know a lot of other people are, so I'm really excited to run those. And I'm doing glitches and cheats where I can, but still playing the game. I'm not breaking the game. I'm just doing one, like in the Blue run, for example. I did the Mew glitch, and I did the Missing No glitch, and I did the glitch that lets you battle Professor Oak, and cool stuff like that. So, definitely tune in. And if you subscribe to our Twitch channel, you'll get notifications when we go live. Consequently, you could also subscribe to my YouTube channel at Retropiece Theatre, and that's theater spelled with the proper King's English, Theatre. And you will get to see when I go live there as well. So, as if any good story, the protagonist suddenly has a heart-to-heart with himself and a change of heart. Now he realizes that the best thing he needs to do is fight and go his own way, and do everything he can to cooperate. The Lars. To be fair, you've got this scheduled for a while too. This game can be very long. No kidding! Do you know what the world record for this game is? Glitchless? Is just under 18 hours. Let me say that again. The world record is under 18 hours. The 100% record, I believe, is right around 22 or 23 hours. Held by the same guy, actually. Casual play of this game is somewhere in the 45 to 55 hour range. I'm at hour 7, so I got a bit. And I can thank my buddy Matt Brown for suggesting this. But he had a good point. If you play Super Smash Brothers, at the Nintendo Direct this spring, Nintendo announced 2 new characters coming to the Switch for the new Smash Brothers game, and they are both characters from the Xenoblade series. So we figure, hey, why not? Let's do Xenosaga. Let's do Xenogears. Even though I know, before anybody tells me, I know the stories have nothing to do with each other. I know that it's just an underlying theme. But this is Retropiece Theatre, and I'm going to play retro games. And this game qualifies as retro. I was asked recently in an interview why, what I considered retro. And retro for me on my channel is any game 20 years or older. So then it's a constantly, I'm the one, so it's any game 20 years or older. That way, the term retro ages with my channel as well. So that puts me at, anything 2001 or older, which still puts me in the realm of PlayStation and early Xbox games. No, almost Xbox games. We're still GameCube, PS2. So that's going to change. The Lars says, I was actually the one that suggested Matt play it. So you're Matt's friend that he was telling me about. Hi! Now I have clarification. I just looked up and have to see.
Let me say goodbye to the women before we go.
If you missed it earlier, I imagine him having an extremely sissy voice. I don't know why. It just makes me something. Maybe those pants are too tight. I don't know. My evening doing this gets so much more interesting when people actually come into my chat and talk to me rather than just sit and lurk. Hi! If you're lurking, though, you're welcome to. Thank you for watching. But seriously, Henry, if you see this, we got to work something out. We'll figure it out. We got time. We got time to work it out. We have like 3 months at this rate to work out. Doing that. I'll do a bunch of Xenosaga artwork and send it to you in exchange. The Lars says, still your favorite JRPG and probably up there for favorite game. I'm getting that a lot, which is really cool. Let's see. Is that where I need to go? I don't actually rightly know where I need to be going right now. Sneak into a bit. Let's first of all. Plan of action. Okay. Okay, so we've been to that town. I'm figuring out these overworld controls. This feels a little outmatched. I'm just saying this doesn't feel fair. Thousand damage. I mean, why are they not running away in fear? How did you miss? This is what I love about JRPGs. You get moments like this that are just absolutely silly. I think my favorite JRPG still goes to a toss-up between Final Fantasy VII, which is, you know, a classic, and I know a lot of people's favorites, and honestly, Final Fantasy III, the United States Final Fantasy III, Final Fantasy VI on the Super Nintendo. What is fun is much later when Faye takes on gear-sized enemies on foot. Actually, that feels almost just as unfair. Yeah, I could see that a bit. They did so much with so little. I'm gonna be a bit of a nerd here. Imagine that, and say it bothers me a little bit that this ship has no means of visible propulsion and yet so easily just lowers itself down against gravity. It's kind of always bothered me in video games. There's zero lower propulsion on the ship, and yet somehow they can control their descent and ascent in a gravitational matrix. The Lars. On the overworld, I think it's L2 and R2 to get on and off gears. Cool. Good to know. What a name. Ramses. Miang. I don't think they translated the names, which is fine. I mean, sometimes you see that with JRPGs when they do translate into English, the name changes too. But I think they left the Japanese names. Know when to use that big gun and on whom. That's what she said. I don't know if I can say that on my channel. Can I make that's what she said jokes on this channel? Because I'm going to. I try to keep everything family friendly. Which that's basically been everything he said for the last several moments. I'm trying to be good. Go polish your beloved 1200mm gun. So much dialogue. Like, if this were animated, I feel like it would be longer than Advent Children. And I love Advent Children. I'm not saying anything disparaging against Advent Children. But that's like the amount of dialogue in this movie. If we took out the dialogue of this movie, of this game, we're looking at like 9 hours of gameplay. Tops. Tops. Yes, this game has a ton of dialogue. Yes, it does. Yes. Yes, it does. Now, that's an outfit. So this is Margie. Marguerite. Oh my gosh, she's just like, my favorite food? I like cake. The cake is a lie.
She only cares about cake.
Creeper.
Okay. Yeah, but did we get your name? I'm confused. Did we get that? This music is bananas. Lego Vader in the chat. Hello, Lego Vader. Welcome to the chat. Thank you for joining. Are we here for the tournament? Yes. I guess we'll go get a room at the hotel. Ari. I wonder what happens if I say I don't know. All right. My chair is getting really uncomfortable for some reason. That's why I keep shifting. Ah. So they're calling her Mother Marguerite, but she was a little girl. So now I'm more confused. I wonder if they'll pull Final Fantasy VII and dress up as girls just to sneak in. So the Lars said earlier that his last playthrough was 40 to 50 hours on disc 1, and he did a lot of grinding. So me having never played this before, I expect it's going to take about the same amount of time. I need some minors without families. Why do you need children? Oh, wrong kind of minor. Lars says, I was also going out of my way to do all the side content I knew about. I'd estimate about 20 to 30 if you don't focus on any of that. That sounds about right. Somebody else who was here last week, Kylor11, said that his casual playthrough overall was like 45 for both discs. But that, you know, the majority of the game is on disc 1. But what did he say? The majority of the game is on disc 1. All the plot twists and bulk of the story is on disc 2. That's how he described it. George Stewart says he is off to bed. Have fun. Thank you, George, for joining in the chat for a little while. Appreciate you being here. Oh, we're back here. Okay. I jump up on this table? No. Ah! I fell down. That's okay. I'm gonna go on a limb and say that kid probably is not important. Ooh, a bar. Great place to get information. Lars says they had their budget and timeline cut down severely and had to make concessions to Disc 2's content. Huh? I'm getting challenged to a fight? I really wish this game would get a remake with a proper filled out Disc 2 story. Yeah. I could see where... I got asked last week or the week before if I could have any game like remade or just updated or sequel, what would it be? There's a few that come to mind, but I think this would be a game that I'd like to see get, you know, an updated port, but like a true a true glow up, you know, not like, oh, we're gonna remake the game and we're gonna add in all this other stuff and change all these things. No, not like that. Like actually, like, even if you kept these graphics and just cleaned it up, put it at 60 frames per second and just made it prettier and run smoother, I'd be fine with that. I mean, they did it for Super Mario 64 on the Switch, and the core of the game is there, but the colors are brighter, the music sounds great, everything's great. So, but the game still very much looks the same. They just touched on a pretty heavy element here of wartime, which is the effect it has on children. You know, here the kid has a hatred of you know, the other soldiers, and a hatred and a desire to go off and be a soldier and fight himself because that's what his brother's doing, that's what he hears, that's the propaganda machine, and so the child grows up believing that's what he needs to do too. And that's real. That's real. Lego Vader, I'd like to see a remake of KOTOR. So would I. There's been a lot of, if you've ever played KOTOR on the PC, and you're into modding and adding in mods, there are some people who've created mods that will give you like buried content, things that were worked on in the game but never finished, and people have unearthed it and finished it and released it, and there's ways you can add it into the PC versions of the game. Same thing for KOTOR 2. KOTOR 2 got rushed bad, and I would have taken a... I would have taken a KOTOR 3 over the Old Republic MMO. Unpopular opinion, I know. Keep hitting the wrong button. This music is nuts. I'm having a hard time with it. I've had to turn my my headset down because it's just not doing well with it. It's kind of crazy. Okay, so this is something I appreciate. This screen, the sales screen. Being able to add and see your tally off to the side of what you have, what's cost, what you have left over. I like that. That's practical. That's mental math. It is. Alright then. War's hell. Whippersnapper. I had to say that out loud. Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's back at the beginning. Long bananas. Good for your body and soul. That's what she said. Go on a limb and say I'm supposed to follow? So it's a bunch of circus freaks. My kind of people. Fire breather. Nice. I often miss my days as a fire breather. And then I remember the physical toll that it took on my body and the times I had to let my liver repair itself a little bit after years of doing it. And yeah, that's not something I would really recommend for anyone. Looks cool, but it is torture on the human body. Long term, doing it long term, that is. Short term, it's fine. Alright, so we got the alien zealot dude. Ooh, fortune reader. Oh. What did the Zen master say to the hot dog vendor? Make me one with everything. Sure, why not? I have delved. That's my new phrase. A Bartweiser light. Nice. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Oh well. Guess we're going without him. May regret that decision. I don't know if I have another choice. We're coming up on an hour and a half streaming, and about halfway through my stream, so I'm going to take this moment to talk to you about Geek News Now. Hello. Have you ever been tired of annoying clickbait articles? Do you often get angry when you read false information about your favorite franchises? Head on over to geeknewsnow.net and see awesome, amazing articles. No clickbait, no rumors, just the facts and why you should care. Be sure to head on over to geeknewsnow.net. Also, be sure to follow us on all of our social media links on Twitch, which you have probably found me on by now. If you're watching this at GNN_gaming, head on over to our Facebook page. Just look for Geek News Now, where we have amazing content. Hold on, rented lips. Where we have amazing contests and all of our up-to-date information. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Just look for GNN or Geek News Now. And also, be sure to follow our YouTube team. Go on over to YouTube and look up Geek News Now, and you're going to see amazing articles. You're going to see cool interviews. You're going to see live panels happening every single week. And if you go over to geeknewsnow.net and type in my name, Devin J. Stewart, you're also going to find a whole bunch of articles I have written, as well as a bunch of amazing articles written by other people. So be sure to go over to geeknewsnow.net for all of your geek news now. Okay, now back to Xenogears. Yo, dude, try to pick up the champ. Try and pick the champion. I thought it was I thought it said try to pick up the champion. I'm like, well, pick the champion of the tournament. Lego Vader in the chat. Amazing articles and giveaways. I should head over there now. Yes, you should. Yes, you should. Oh, and by the way, the contest this month at Geek News Now on Facebook. The contest this month is a video game themed giveaway, and it's free to enter. And guess what? I can't enter. So enter for me, win it, and tell me how amazing it is. I work for GNN. I can't enter the contest. So get over there right now, enter that contest, win cool free stuff, and I really do legitimately wish I could enter the contest. I mean, I don't want to leave what I do at GNN over a contest, but it's a pretty cool prize package. So you should definitely go on over for some cool stuff and also a chance to get some neat video game swag. So now I'm about to enter the tournament. I like how you just got volunteered to do that. Hey, you should go do that. Draw all this attention to you. It'll make it easier to sneak in. I apologize if you can hear me gulping on my stream as I drink my yummy raspberry sweet tea. So is this where I go to register? There we go. Alright then. Dragon slain, ponytailed, wandering, or beloved. I'm gonna go dragon slain, of course. Slacker, duh. You're the dragon slaying slacker, right? Say that 5 times fast. I guess I need to go back to the inn that I was in. Get some sleep. Alright, so I missed something. I'm guessing. Wolf Angel in the chat. Sorry for the late join. That's quite alright, Wolf Angel. I was wondering if you were going to show up tonight. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining. Anybody in the chat want to help me out with where I'm supposed to go? Wolf said she had to take her wolf for a walk. He's just a big sweetie. These kids are rude in this town. You might need to rest or figure out how to start the tournament. It's been a while. I can't rightly remember. Thank you, Lars. Well, I have rested. And I have signed up for the tournament. Wait, I'm a fire breather, apparently? What is this? What is this madness? Is the thing I can do? I can just breathe fire? Lars says, I've signed up. There's a way to start the tournament as well. Forgot how. That's it. I'm investing in a more comfortable chair. This one was fine, but I think streaming 6 hours a week plus everything else I do at my computer is wearing my chair out. Alright. I'm not gonna wonder. I've literally spent half an hour in this town. Time for the tournament. Head to Fatima Castle. I think I need to go back one. Going to need to rest one more day. I'll try it. That's not what I wanted to do. Hang on. I think I found it. Or not. Okay. Because they said they needed to find another way in. So, this may or may not do it. What do we have here? Oh, a gear shop. What is this way? Oh, there's a sewer grate somewhere in the city. Alright, so they're working on some kind of mega gear. That's good to know. I don't know if I can afford anything here. You'd say it's one of the passages behind the shops. $1,000 gold, apparently. What does that have? Find the guy that buys... Oh, there it is. Find the guy that buys monster parts. Across from her is a lady that gets robbed. by the well key. Do I even have that much? I do not. Okay. Hang on. Guess we gotta sell some stuff first. There. Yeah, I know who you're talking about now because I bumped into the kid earlier. So, this lady over here. Well, that did nothing. Hmm. Speak to the thing on the bench seen earlier on the upper W side of town for the well key. I was just reading, trying to figure it out. Let's see, the W side of town. bench. So W, I'm assuming that's this side. And the bench seen earlier on the upper W side of town for the love key. Okay, well, I'm talking to a thing on the bench. I want to open up the key. It's not there. I think it was the kid from the armor store. Okay. See, when you search for it and you're looking for what you're going to be doing on these guides, it wants to tell me how to beat the sewer section, not how to get to. Okay, hang on. Guess I found it. Cool. Now I feel like I could finally move on. I think I have to keep playing this hide and seek game with him for a few minutes. Alright, I guess that was... Okay. So let's go back and talk to our friend that's hanging out up here. I just remembered where all this thing that I was just told. I wonder, before I do that, we're going to save. Merry-Go Pop. 1 time is 10 gold. Sure. How do I play? Merry-Go Pop. 2 core balloons will come out of the 4 holes. You must pop them, each colors with different points. The prize will depend on how many points you get within the time limit. This is harder than it looks. Oh, don't get the white ones. They're minus 100. Oops. I thought I missed that part. I think I can do better. Oh, I didn't get a choice last time on difficulty. Oh, that was an accident. Ugh, come on. I don't know if I did any better that time. A little bit. More Aquasol. Alright, let's keep going with the storyline. This is fun and neat and all, but we're gonna keep going with the storyline. Because I will literally spend the next hour doing these carnival games. Oh, someone who knows me. The Laughing Pig Pub. Oh. Hey. Ouch. Yeah, I may have killed them all. Awkward. All right. Let's go fight in a tournament. Sounds like a good time to me. Still says tomorrow. Why are we not advancing the plot and timeline? I'm so confused. People watching this who've played this before are probably screaming at me right now. No, just commiserating. This part was definitely not player friendly. You said it. Rest. Okay. I guess that's it. Can we finally move forward? Can we move the plot forward? I was in my quest to find instructions on what to do. I I found a lot of people definitely complaining about this section of the game. And I guess particularly the sewer is going to be particularly brutal. Alright, so don't beat him quickly. Got it. The kid from the village? Oh. Yeah, it's not great. I look for a guide that has a map that helps. Otherwise, it's very unforgiving. Yeah, I've tried to play through games, without assistance, but it's a little different when you're on stream, because otherwise you guys are just sitting here miserable with me while I read and try to figure it out. Don't fight, Dan. Just keep passing. Thank you for the tip. Here we go. Powerful speech. 338th tournament. So that's a long time to be at war if this is to commemorate, like, this is all about, honoring the soldiers and everything. It isn't unnoticed that there isn't much in the way of music at this stage. Sometimes silence is just as, you have the sound of the crowd, but the silence and lack of music sometimes is just as important. Gonzalez versus the Dragon Slaying Slacker. I forget who I was talking to somebody earlier today. They were talking about how we grew up on like the old WWF advertisements, Macho Man Randy Savage. I'm gonna get you, brother, and I'm gonna rip you to pieces. But how they would always, you could always tell who was going to win the wrestling match. Because it would be like, and over in this corner, weighing in at 255 pounds, the beast from the Middle East, the killer from Manila, the man without a mother, the Crusher. And over in this corner, Bob. It would always be some real, like, you would have one guy who just would not get the same treatment from the referee. And it was like, oh, that's the guy that's gonna win. The Kryptonian has joined me in the chat. The Dragon Slaying Slacker has a ring to it. It certainly does. Get that as my next tattoo. Welcome, Kryptonian, to the chat, by the way. I really feel like that attack should have done more damage to me. I'm not complaining, I'm just noticing. The Lars sadly have to duck out. Good story sections coming up, though gameplay from the sewers is not as good, sadly. Well, thank you, Lars, for being in the chat and hanging out tonight. And hope to see you on future streams. You're always welcome back, buddy. And enjoy your evening. Kryptonian in the chat raises his flask at Flay. Play Stairway, dude! Freebird! So I didn't know I already needed to have a map ready of this location. This is harder than it looks. Okay. Let's see where this leads. Oh, neat. Got a survival tent, which will do me a lot of good right now. Although it does make sense that you would find loot, you know, in a sewer. You know, things fall down. Apparently people drop entire healing tents down sewer grates. Alright, so I guess I went the wrong way, so we're gonna backtrack. Took a wrong turn at Albuquerque, apparently. A fight? Really? Hey, it's Joe time! Joe's fans attack. Great and dynamic. I actually knew a guy that was a fighter, and he was kind of like this personality. Like, this is a real personality. Total showboater. Terrible fighter. Is he fighting me wearing a leisure suit? I'm confused. Finally. What do we have here? It's on the other side. Alrighty then. Alright, so we know that way's nothing. Watch out for alligators in them waters. I do live in Florida. Yep. Funny thing in Florida, gators are such a problem here that you can pretty much assume any body of water that you're near likely has one. So much so to the point that any, like... Yeah, my nose itches. Any, like, stationary body of water has a, like, that's, like, regular, like, you know, just, even if it's, like, next to a store or something, if it's just, like, a reserve, there will be a chain link fence around it, 6 foot tall, that has a sign that says, warning, gators. Even if there isn't a gator visibly there, there could be. So you just operate under the assumption that all bodies of water here have gators in them. Because they very well could. What's amusing to me is the times I have seen, like, a duck riding on the back of an alligator. That, to me, just cracks me up. Way more than it probably should. Did I seriously backtrack that far? Wow. Okay then. No, no, stop it. Going the wrong way. Oh, it took me to a different entrance. I see. Although, for what it's worth, Florida and Texas do seem to be in somewhat of a competition as far as states with animals most likely to kill you. Because Texas has gators, too. And Texas has pretty much all the same problems we do, ranging from armadillos to scorpions to venomous snakes. I don't think you have panthers, though. I don't think you have panthers in Texas. We have panthers in Florida. Mostly under control. It's very, very rare you hear about wild panther sightings. Most of them are in animal preserves. There's a bunch of big cat sanctuaries here. Several within, like, driving distance of where I live in Southwest Florida. Wild pig problems, which is kind of an interesting thing. You just be driving down the highway and side of the road you just see wild pigs. And one of the wild pig's natural predators, Florida panther. So we've taken the panther out of the picture, and now the pig population's exploding, you know, as the law of nature does. Yeah, I'm totally lost. Okay. Coyotes, mountain lions, and boars. Okay. So mountain lions, panthers, kind of in the same genus there. Coyotes, yeah. We don't really have a coyote problem I'm aware of. I think there are coyotes here. I'm not sure, but not anything that I remember hearing anything about. Boars, wild pigs. Boars are more aggressive. So yeah, Florida, Texas, 2 states most likely to have you run into an animal that will kill you. And I mean, I grew up in Indiana, so I mean, up there you had deer, and which you wouldn't think were aggressive, but can absolutely be aggressive. Mostly the big issue up there if you were out in the woods or whatever was just staying away from the venomous snakes. That was kind of a big deal. I mean, it's generally a good idea anyway. Yeah, I'm so lost. Kryptonian. The way I understand it, in Florida's wetlands, there is a long-standing fight for dominance between the gators and the pythons. Yes. There's also been a rash of breeding of what have been called super snakes in the Everglades, or the wetlands, as you put it. Where certain species of snake are being crossbred with pythons and creating these super snakes that rival, like, anacondas. And the thing about snakes is snakes will try to eat anything that they can get their mouth around. Even to the point of it being detrimental to their health. So if they can open their mouth enough to begin the process, they will see through it to the end unless they just can't. Or it rips them open to try. So snakes can be pretty aggressive when they want to. And pythons are not constrictors, generally. They do constrict, but they strike more than, like, boas do. I have a pet python. It's never struck me, thankfully. It's not a pleasant feeling, but it's not, you know, the worst in the world. And gators here range in size from, like, a puppy, you know, very small, up to and including, you know, 10, 15 feet long, weighing 200-300 pounds or more. And gators, they basically just grow until they become so fat their body can no longer, like, pick itself up to move. So they just keep going. They keep growing. They keep eating. Yeah, the Everglades are not a place you want to go just to wander around. You can do speedboat tours through there. That's pretty safe. Problem with Florida. We never should have colonized Florida. We should have just put a cage around Florida and charged admission the same way you do the zoo. Alright. I was reliably informed not to fight this guy. One of the other problems with Florida, since we're on the topic, is at different points, people have thought it was a good idea to introduce a non-native animal as a means of controlling a particular pest problem. This kid just Kamehameha me? What is this? Where did that come from? Yeah, we're gonna do some healing on that, unless I'm supposed to lose here. Case in point, most people are familiar with the black widow spider. There are 4 species of widow spider in Florida, one of which is the red widow spider, which is now an invasive species and not native to Florida, but was introduced to help control the mosquito population at some point. I don't know the full history. That's Steve. So yeah, red widow spiders, slightly more aggressive, harder to find. Bumped into 1 or 2 since I've been here, but I used to do pest control, so that's kind of expected. But you pretty much have to go looking for widow spiders. They're not, you don't just bump into them, really. You pretty much have to be looking where they would be. At the right time of year, they would be there. You know, we get scorpions, too, out on the beaches. Not a lot of people know Florida has scorpions. Florida has scorpions. The Florida bark scorpion, it will not kill you. It's just going to hurt like the dickens if it stings you. Unless you're just, like, anaphylactically allergic to, you know, bug bites and bug stings. We have fire ants. They suck. A lot. Fun fact about fire ants, they don't bite you. Not really. They sting you. They actually have a little stinger. They bite you with their teeth to hold on while they raise up their abdomen and stab you with it. And that releases a pheromone that calls all the other red ants, all the other fire ants over to you. And they sting you. And it's pretty terrible. Okay, so at the floodgate. It's getting ready to open. I guess I finally made it. I wandered around enough for the last, like, 40 minutes to figure it out. Is this the same masked man that dropped Faye off at the village? Could it be? Can I even hurt him? I can. What is he? Very confused. What is he trying to do here? We also have animals in Florida that are apparently classified as an invasive species now that have no rightly business being here. One I was reading about the other day is tegu, which is a Central American lizard. I mean, they can survive in Florida because they survive in very humid, wet environments, so Florida's perfect for them. But they're not, like, dangerous. They're not aggressive. People keep them as pets. They get like the size of an iguana. But apparently they're an invasive species here. Haven't seen one yet. Not in the wild. I'm in the middle of fighting for my purpose. How bizarre. So I guess he was the guy that carried him to the village in the very, very beginning. Dropped him off. Could it be his father? Because apparently that's some question that we need answered. Hoping to get to a save point soon. This is somebody's lab down here. Hey, save point. Alright, so I don't know when I'm going to get to the next save point. So I know I'm a little early, but it's 1:45 where I'm at. So I'm going to save, and I'm going to end my stream here. Because I don't know when my next save point will be, since I can't save at will. This is as good a point as any. Once again, if you guys aren't familiar with Geek News Now, you should head on over to geeknewsnow.net. I want to thank everybody who watched on my stream now, and who will catch the recording later. And I'm sorry to any big Xenogears fans that are watching this ready to kill me because I can't figure things out, and I'm jumping through dialogue, so it's just as interesting for me as it is for you. But thank you to everybody who jumps on and watches my streams. I will be streaming once again on Thursday from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Time with the Pokemon stream, doing Pokemon Gold. And also be sure to head on over to geeknewsnow.net, especially since I have an article releasing tomorrow about one of our own gamers. So you should be sure to go on over to geeknewsnow.net and check that out. As well as I've actually got some really cool articles that are going to be going up this week. So be sure to check it out. And Kryptonian in the chat, tune in next week. Same retro time, same retro channel. Thank you guys.